We have a bonus read from the CBS New York Book Club. It's the follow-up to the 2021 bestseller, The Plot, which is a thriller set in the publishing world. The new book is called The Sequel, about a woman who goes to the extreme to control her story. And joining me now is the author, Jean Hanff Korelitz. So good to talk to you. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
I mean, when it comes to the plot, Stephen King was saying, you know, he just couldn't put that down. Insanely readable.
I was on the floor when I got that.
Oh, I'm sure it must have been so exciting. But you said you came up with the whole idea by chance. I can't wait to hear about this.
Well, it sort of came to me in the middle of a sad meeting with my publisher about why she was rejecting a different novel.
Oh no!
And we were talking about it, and I said, you know, I do have this other idea, and I didn't really. I was just sort of making it up on the spot. But we both liked the idea, and then I wrote the plot during the pandemic, and then eventually I did go back and finish the other novel.
And what made you decide to write the sequel, knowing that a sequel is a tricky endeavor?
It is tricky, but I just felt that I wasn't finished with this particular character. And for those who read the plot, they will know why. I mean, this is a very compelling but very unlikable person. Definitely somebody you would not want to have a beer with.
We noticed this is being called Volume 2, so of course our question is there going to be a Volume 3?
Well, I didn't know I was going to write a sequel to the plot. I have a little more foresight at this point, and let's just say that I left myself much more to work with than I did with the sequel. So for those who've read the plot, who then read the sequel, they should be paying attention to things that I might have left for a potential third volume.
And you're taking part in a big event this weekend. It's the Morristown Book Festival. You're on a panel about rooting for the anti-hero. So tell me about this. It's such a great festival, such a great place for readers, and you've been part of it before. And tell me about this panel, though. It's such a great theme.
Well, we don't always think of an anti-hero as being somebody worth our time and attention, but I've always, had a soft spot for really horrible people in books, and I certainly like to read about them, and I've really enjoyed writing about this one. I mean, she is definitely not somebody you'd want in your real life as a friend, but to understand what makes her tick and why she does the things that she does, and why so many bodies, really. Why does she leave such mayhem in her wake? I mean, that's a question I probably will need many more books to answer.
I know there will be so many inspiring writers who will be at the festival. Can you just give them just one piece of insight to help them continue going, show a little resiliency in their writing? You've had such success in the literary world.
Yes, but not always. I mean, my first two novels were rejected all over the world. I mean, keep going is a very important piece of advice, but you'd be surprised how many people who want to write do not read. And I would say for any person, especially a young person who's considering becoming a writer, your job is to read and read and read and just keep reading.
That is such a great piece of advice. Well, it's so good to talk to you. Congratulations on your new book.
Thank you.
It's really exciting. And for this weekend, I mean, I'm sure so many readers will get a chance to say hello and get their book signed too. So it's wonderful.